So what we're seeing right now, unfortunately, is that the human rights situation in Bahrain is rapidly becoming worse. What we're seeing in regards to the travel bans, in regards to people not being allowed to go to the UN, it's not just getting worse, it's actually unprecedented. It's things that even during the height of the crackdown in 2011, we did not witness. The refusal of allowing people to actually participate in the UN Human Rights Council was something that the Bahraini government was actually very sensitive about. Now we have the foreign minister publicly saying that they will not give any attention to criticism coming from the Human Rights Council. I think this is supposed to make a lot of alarms go off, especially when it comes to allies of the Bahraini government. When we're looking at the UK, when we're looking at the US, who are talking about human rights and democracy, and especially stability and security, what the Bahraini government is doing now is going to bring nothing but more instability and more insecurity. And so generally the situation is getting much worse. It needs to be addressed, I think, in a very, very rapid fashion. And if it's not, it's just going to keep getting worse. And once it keeps getting worse, the problem is what we're worried most about is the fact that the Bahraini situation is going to get to a position or to a situation where there's no coming back. Where we're going to say, oh, we wish we did something about it a few years ago when we could. And once it gets there, there's no going back from that. And so right now, I think is definitely the time for us to be pushing back. It's the time for us to be putting pressure on the Western governments to take a position on human rights. The stuff that they say they're supposed to be doing, now's the time for them to actually implement it instead of it just being empty words.